She drank water, never let anything get her down, and shook off all hardships. Little Phyllis was the middle child, and therefore she had to wear Sister Ruth's clothes because the family could not afford new ones.
I'm wearing Sister Ruth's shoes, Sister Ruth's clothes. That's why they call me Secondhand Rose.
While some children might feel poor or resentful, little Phyllis took it in stride.
I love wearing my Sister Ruth's clothes. So what if there are a few holes? They're functional.
And just as she has for 100 years, even as a young child, she managed to shake off or avoid accidents and injury. In fact, Phyllis was taking a walk one morning when she really put Faggy's advice to work.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Suddenly, she accidentally walked past the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in Chicago. Like all the other people who were in the wrong place at the wrong time, she was sprayed with bullets from a machine gun.
Thank goodness I had my library book.
Yes, no matter what happened to Phyllis, she always came out smelling like a rose.
For tonight, light the lights. I've got nothing to hit but the heights. Starting here, starting now. Honey, everything's coming up. Roses for you and for me.
Phyllis went on to high school, continued to follow the advice Bubby Faggy gave to her mother Molly, and her mother Molly gave to her. She was always on the honor roll. She did beautiful penmanship with her quill pen, and they memorized the names of the presidents, all 8 of them. She breezed through the math problems she did on her slate. If you think that was easy, try doing division with Roman numerals. I ask you, how many times does L go into MDCVI? Well, it's LXXX with a remainder of VI. She really wanted to go to college and become a teacher, but instead, she chose to help the family and went to work at the Chicago Public Library. She excelled at the job, and her supervisor and co-workers had great respect for her. Her working career ended in 1935 when she married Max. For the next 33 years, she became a homemaker, raising 2 sons. Following in Bubby Faggy's footsteps, She drank water, stayed active, remained regular, was always cheerful, and maintained a positive attitude. In turn, she stayed healthy and happy. She was a wonderful wife, mother, baker, and community leader. However, during those 33 years, she dreamed about returning to the workforce as she longed to be a wife, mother, and career woman. After all, Bobby Faggy had told Napoleon how to run an empire. She could at least run an office. Finally, at the age of 58, Phyllis's dream came true. Without telling Max, she snuck out one day and took a civil service test. Although she hadn't been in school for nearly 40 years, she got 100% on the test, beating out many teenagers for the job. She was thrilled with her memory and test-taking skills, but appalled by the number of teens who failed the test. How could she remember math, but not them?
Why can't they be like I was, perfect in every way? What's the matter with kids today?
My mother decided that besides kids not being as studious as they were in her day, the teachers were also not doing their job. And she has continued to share the story of her 100% score, the goof-off teenagers, and the incompetent teachers over and over and over and over and over for 42 years. If any of you haven't heard the story about Phyllis and the test, she will be happy to share it with you before you go home. Personally, I memorized it 41 years and 11 months ago. And yet, she still told it to me again last week. So, after she was offered a job at the Los Angeles County's assessor's office, it took her 6 weeks to get up the courage to tell Max that she decided to finally pursue a career. And because of her top score, they held a job for her during those 6 weeks. Max gave in, and Phyllis began her blissful career. Sadly, my mother's career abruptly ended after 7.5 short years when she was forced to retire at 65. Faced with 35 years ahead, she never gave up on finding a new job when the mandatory retirement requirement was lifted. In fact, just a few months ago, she tried to get a job sorting mail in the assisted living facility where she now lives. So how has she spent these 35 golden years? I could sum it up in 3 words: happy, healthy, and active. Nothing got her down. She drank water, shook off injuries, and always acted like she was forever young. For example, a few months ago, we went out to lunch. When I was driving her home, she asked me to pull up in front of the local high school.
Can I go inside to sign up for a Spanish class?
She asked, as though there was nothing unusual about this request. Mother, you're 99 years old. You just can't walk into a high school and sign up for a class, I informed her.